So some general housekeeping needs to be done. That right there is in my way. So today we're going to get started on a steel rack. So welcome back to the forge. Yeah, that's the plan for today, is to get a dedicated tool rack for my, not tool rack, I'm sorry, steel rack for my steel that I've got stretched out over here. Really got a mess in this shop, as I've talked about before, I'm sure you've seen it in the videos. It has become very dangerous. I spend a lot of time looking for tools that I should be able to readily lay my hands on. Things aren't right in the shop. You've seen the rafters in a previous video that have to be fixed, and they've only gotten worse. But I got to clear this up and clean the shop before I can even get to that. I said that would be the next video in my shop repair, cleaning, organization stuff, but it's not going to be. This has to come first. But I don't need or have room for a big, huge dedicated, well, not dedicated, but big, huge steel rack. So I'm going to be making something today out of some 5/8 inch steel, square steel that I've got left over. I may only need 2 of these pieces. I don't think I'll need all of them, but I'm going to mount it to the wall behind me here, and we're going to be using the coal forge for it today, because once these pieces get bent around, they will not fit into the gas forge, and if I need to make corrections, I'm just going to be stuck until that all cools down and I can move the gas forge out of the way. So we'll start with the coal forge to begin with. So anyway, come along and let's see how this goes. Alright, so just going to come here to where I've got my rounded corners, excuse me, and start setting this down a little bit. It's awfully loud beating on the heel. But I've got a nice, a more gentle corner there rather than a sharp drop that would introduce stress fractures. So I want to draw this out to about 6 inches. I'm guessing that's roughly 3 inches that I started with. We'll find out. We'll get it there. Long way to go before we get to 6 inches. I figure I might as well use my power hammer to save my arm a little while. Could I do this with my arm? Yes, I've done things like this before. Can you do it by hand? Yes, you can. But I didn't get it all as hot as I needed to, so we'll go heat that up again and keep drawing it out. I'm not enjoying that color. It'd definitely be hotter. I actually didn't get the area hot that I needed to, but we're gonna take this opportunity to set that in a little bit more. This is actually warm enough to get a good mark. Notice I haven't fixed my punch yet. If you saw that last video about, not the last video, well yeah, last video about the hammer tongs. I hope most of this is going to be in the shot, preferably all of it, but we'll see. We'll see. Can't find my mark. Where's my mark? I make a good mark, evidently. Why do I always forget my gloves when I'm trying to punch something? All right, so now I've got a good mark there that I can find again when I heat it back up, and we're going to go ahead and punch through it next time. Me and this GoPro gonna fight, y'all. Ah, that didn't work. We're gonna give that one more run. See what we can do. I really need to work on this punch. We'll straighten that out first, though. Come on, there we go. Ah, yeah, beat on the anvil, Eric. That's smart. All right, well, I got tired of dealing with this punch. It was making life very difficult. So I took it around to the belt grinder and rounded it up. And I think that looking right here, you can see a big difference between the holes that I was able to cut. Still a little bit oblong, and that's some things, some other things besides the punch that I have to work out. But you see how these holes were very distorted. They've got burrs in them and everything else. These holes are nice and clean. I'll still run a drill bit through these to clean them up as much as I can. But there, otherwise, this is ready to move to the next step. Debating whether to start on that right now or wait until in the morning when it's going to be nice and warm. I'm losing daylight. Anyway, so that's where I'm standing so far. And we'll see where we go from here. So each of these in the working area here turned out to be about 15.5 inches. I could just go ahead, bend these and mount them right now. They're very utilitarian. These didn't come out so pretty and all of that. Or I could do a little more to them, you know. I could make them a little more attractive. That's hopeless, kind of. I'm done with it. But I'm going to work on this end a little bit. I think I'm just going to put like just a fishtail on it and curl it over. So we're going to get started on that. All right, let's just take it here and start in the middle, Eric, like you said. Kind of ugly. Goes right along with the rest of these, though. All right, probably finish filing it to shape, but we'll see. Back to the fire. Could be hotter. Little something I'm learning the hard way. For some reason, I've been out of the forge for a little bit. For some reason, I'm finding it necessary to put my thumb on top of the work, and it sends a vibration into that thumb that doesn't feel so good. So pay attention to that if you're forging. Trust me, it'll help you pay attention to it, especially if you have arthritis in your thumb. Okay, we're going back to the fire to continue to flare this out a little bit. All right. I can see this thing going to the grinder. You know, I think I'm going to leave it thick like that. Might be a mistake, I don't know, but leave it thick this way because I got to heat this section pretty good. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to leave it thick. Yeah, make sure I'm bending this the right way. It's a little decorative. We'll go with it. We're going to go ahead with it this way, see what happens. I don't think I'm going to bend much further than that on the first heat. Yeah, we're slowly but surely getting there. It's also starting to get hot here. All right, plan B. This is going to cloud in my face. So what I do, I keep beating on it. Makes perfect sense, doesn't it? I actually need a form, I guess, to form it around. That's a good way to turn my brand new tripod. Well, I coated them with some linseed oil. They aren't all uniform. We'll discuss it once I get them hung. But we're going to go ahead and hang them. We need to drill some pilot holes. I believe that's a 5/32 bit. Anyway, it's a smaller bit. than the diameter of the lag bolts I have. Make sure I got everything I need. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I really can't get you a lot closer because all of this, we're working on that. That's what today is about. Anyway, I'm gonna start hanging on. I think these are 2-inch lag bolts. Wouldn't you know it's right on that, okay, we're gonna have to slide it this way. It was right on the screw in the wall. Bent up from just being over here. All right, so steel is gone from there, and it's all over there. Let's discuss this. Now, let's back you up a little bit. Sorry, y'all. Anyway, that'll probably be cut out. So anyway, yeah, there it is. They aren't uniform. I don't really care at the moment. I needed them. I have them. You say there are some disadvantages and some inconveniences to what you've got there. And you're right. Well, such as your steel is behind your forge. For now, my steel is behind my forge. This entire shop is getting rearranged. And the image that I have in my head, that will be in a much better place once I rearrange everything. As for, you say, well, all your steel types are together. This is true, and that's going to be an issue. But I don't have enough of any single type of mild steel to have different racks or bends or whatever for it. So I'm just going to have to deal with that and until it annoys me enough, that's the way it's going to be. You say, well, is it sturdy? We're going to keep an eye on that. Should probably have gotten longer lag bolts. That's something I do wish I had done. But anyway, this is all part of a big process, and this is one step in it, and I'm happy to have that done. Now I can start moving into that area of the shop where it was, to start clearing stuff out and rearranging, and just make the shop a better, safer place to work. If there were two words that I could use to describe my shop and the workspace right now, it would be not ideal, because it's not. It's downright dangerous. A while ago, when I switched from my coal forge to my gas forge, the gas forge was here burning my arm as I worked on the anvil. So things just aren't ideal yet, and they're getting there, but we're going to keep working on it. And I hope that you'll follow along with me as I do this, see where the shop was and where it will end up. And I say was because that's a change. So things have already begun to change in here, hopefully for the better. But anyway, I appreciate you coming along for the ride. If you've been on board for this long, if you stayed with the video this long, I greatly appreciate that. And please comment down below what you think of the project, and if you have suggestions for things I could have done better, I'm open to that. Please let me know. I don't claim to be an expert in any way, shape, or form at this. I'm just a learner. But please like the video if you would, if you think I deserve that. And if you're here and you're not subscribed, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe. At least consider it. If you don't want to subscribe, you just want to come along and see the videos. Videos are free. You can do that too. Tell your friends about it. Share the video. All of that wonderful stuff. I'm dragging out something that could be said in 2 seconds to 5 minutes, I think. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and let you go, and I appreciate you coming along for the ride. We'll catch you next time.